I hope you enjoyed that last video. Just make sure you do your exercise, all right? Remember, I'm watching you. Just do it, all right? So what's going to happen here from this point on and for the rest of this module is Dr. Frank Kern is going to walk you through different strategies and show you exactly how do you turn your prospects into repeat customers and loyal friends, okay? And let me tell you something. When you learn how to do that, my friend, you'll have an ability, you'll have this magic ability to virtually print money on demand anytime you want. And that's an awesome feeling to have. That's an awesome ability for you to have. All right, that's exactly what we're going to teach you how to do in this module, okay, for the rest of this module. There are different methods that you can implement, different strategies you can implement and deploy, okay, with your list, and when you're cultivating your list, when you're controlling your list. Really, some of these stuff are going to be advanced for you, all right? Please pay very close attention. I know this stuff will change your business, will change your life, because when you know how to print money, virtually print money anytime you want, when you know these strategies and when you apply them, okay, you will have that feeling, when you wake up in the morning, you feel like, you want to make $2,000 today or something, you can just implement a couple of these strategies or just one of these strategies, and you can do that with like effortless. Okay, so get excited, get something to write with, take lots and lots of notes, right? Again, remember, I want you to succeed, all right? So I'm going to push you. I can't reach out through this computer and grab you and make you do this stuff, right? But all I can do is, listen, I can suggest you do this stuff, and it's going to be up to you to actually implement this stuff. I know when you implement this stuff, things are going to happen for you. All right, so we're going to start off with the method called the Godfather Method. All right, and Frank is going to walk you through this method right now. And then I don't think it's going to be necessary for me to jump in, between the videos. So when you get done with this module, okay, what you may want to do is come back and watch these videos over and over again, because when you watch something for the first time, you're probably going to retain about 20%, 20 to 25%, okay? When you watch this for the second time and when you take notes, you're probably going to retain about 35 to 40%. When you watch it like 5 times, you'll probably be at the level where you can, really make some things happen. All right, so my suggestion is come back, listen, you invested in this course, all right, it's yours. Nobody's going to take away your login or disable your login. As long as you stay an active member, okay, you can log in and watch these videos anytime you want. All right, so do implement this stuff and come back here often and watch these videos often, because it will really benefit you. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into the training. And here is Mr. Dr. Frank Kern, attorney at law, chief engineer of NASA, retired. All right, let's go.
All right, you made it. Man, listen, you have done so much more than 99% of the people online right now ever do in terms of ensuring your success in the future. So congratulations for making it this far. And this is going to be the coolest week ever. We're actually in like the easiest part, which is to get money from your list. I know that might sound strange, right? Because people are like, oh my God, the hardest part online is actually making money. But usually the people who say that don't do the stuff that I'm about to show you. So as you know, my name is Frank Kern, and I will be your librarian today. Huh? You like the look with the librarian glasses going on? Had a contact malfunction. And then earlier this morning, I had like my contacts in little bottle caps, because that's just how ghetto I am. And my wife threw away the bottle caps, so I got no more contacts. I could wear hers, but they don't work right. I can't see worth a damn out of them. She's got defective contacts or something. So that's the librarian glasses. So stop laughing. Quit making fun of me at home, all right? We've all got librarian glasses. Step 1 is we can implement new pen secrets. This is the 3rd week now. You'd think I would have had it together by now. Not only defective contact lens, librarian glasses, have yet to go get a new pen. Had to switch to orange. So we got orange today. We got librarian glasses, mysterious strangers, and orange. So the thing I want to talk to you about right now, the first of many things I want to discuss with you today and this week, is the Godfather Method. So I'm sure that you have heard of the movie The Godfather, and maybe you have read the book. Now, I've seen the movie like 8 billion times, all right? I love the movie. I think it's excellent, and I've read the book multiple times. And there are a lot of lessons to be learned, not as much from the movie, but from the book. So if you think about the character of the Godfather, in the story of The Godfather. If you've only watched the movie, you'll think, all right, well, this is a guy, everyone did everything he said, everyone respected him because they were afraid of him, right? Because if you go against The Godfather, you'll get killed, right? And to a certain extent, that was true. If you read the book, then you'll notice that was not really the case within the story. The way The Godfather garnered so much respect within his community, and the reason why people would do just about anything for him, is really because he did for them always. So he was always doing nice things for people in his community. He was always like helping people out of a bind. He'd give money to people. He would make sure that like the mean kids would quit picking on, the old lady's nephew and stuff. He was always just being cool to people. And as a result of him providing great value to his community on a very regular basis, people were always willing to reciprocate, right? So when I talk about the Godfather method, I don't mean that we're going to go out and dominate this market and intimidate people and be super uncool. In fact, what I really mean is we're going to emulate the good strategies used by the Godfather, which is to always be delivering lots of value to others and rarely asking for anything overtly in return. All right, so there are multiple ways to do this, and I'm going to explain a lot of them to you. But first, let's talk about an overall strategy. So I'll give you an overall strategy, and then I'll give you some subset strategies to use when dealing with your list. So the overall strategy that we're always going to go by is the results in advance strategy, which you probably have heard me talk about before. I'll diagram it for you as well. And then we're also going to have a subset, which is going to be the content, pitch, content, and triangle of trust. A lot of this won't make sense to you yet, but write it down anyway because it will. And then, of course, the boomerang. So let's first talk about the results in advance strategy. And actually, before I do, I want you to understand something. Probably the greatest asset, well, actually, let's talk about this for a minute. There is, while we're on the topic of list building and getting money, right? There's a very widely spread, terrible misconception about marketing and specifically about internet marketing. And that says that the money is in the list, right? So if that were true, spammers would be billionaires, right? So if the money really were in the list, then you and I could go out and we could get some black market software or something and harvest like 20 million addresses and email them through some sort of thing that's out there that spammers use, and we would like make $1 billion tomorrow, right? Because we'd have a huge list. But we both know that's not true, right? So if the money's not in the list, then what's it in? Well, why wouldn't we make $1 billion if we emailed 20 million people as spammers? Obviously, because we have no relationship with those people, right? They don't know us, they don't like us, they don't trust us. We're just these random strangers saying, hey, give me money. So if the money's not in the list and we're not going to make money from spamming people because they don't know us, and they don't trust us, and they don't have any relationship with us, then maybe the real statement is that the money is in the relationship with the list, right? But let's say, all right, if the money's in the relationship with the list, then how did that relationship happen? And is it a good relationship or a bad relationship? See, a relationship with a list isn't going to be created just out of nowhere, right? So you have to have something that fosters and cultivates that relationship with the list that yields the money. So what is going to foster and create a good relationship with your list? Value, all right? You providing value to your list will create and foster and perpetuate that good relationship with them. So the true statement that people never discuss because they never stop talking long enough to really think about the truth is that the money's not in the list. The money is not in the relationship with the list. The money is in the value that you deliver to your list. That value that you deliver to your list is what creates a relationship that pays you forever. So all of these seemingly bizarre things that I've written down here that I will explain, they go on to create that relationship. These are all strategies that are going to both deliver value to your list and cause them to buy from you simultaneously, almost as if you're selling without selling, which is a great way to go. So I'll conclude this video with something, and then we'll discuss a lot of these. The typical model is get list, pitch list, discard list, right? So usually if you go sign up for an Internet Gurus list, for example, especially if they're using an autoresponder or something, they'll give you the bribe, the free report, the video, whatever, and then you'll get like 5 or 6 pitch emails in a quick sequence, and then you'll just get like a pitch every week, right? What happens is, I want you to think about something. If we look at this graph, right when you take, and this is goodwill right here, and this is pitch, right when you take the bribe, so let's say this is the day that you opt in, right? You opt in, they give you the free report or the video, and that's pretty cool. And you're like, hey, that's a pretty cool free report, hopefully, if they've given you a cool bribe, right? If it turns out to suck, then your goodwill plummets. So let's just assume they've given you something cool. And you may or may not buy here, right? And then tomorrow goes by, and they pitch you a little bit harder. So the goodwill feeling drops, right? And then another day goes by, and they pitch you even harder. And then the phone rings in the middle of the video. I don't know if the mic picked that up. We'll keep on going, though. It's no big deal. I mean, contrary to what you probably believe, this really isn't a big professional movie set that we're on. We're really in a little room with a whiteboard here. I know that's a shock to you because it's so highly produced, but that's the truth. Anyway, so they keep pitching you, blah, 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 and the goodwill goes down, right? And they keep pitching you, and the goodwill goes down, and the goodwill goes down. And eventually, there's no goodwill left because of the pitches are constantly, the pitches are keep coming. So the goodwill goes down. I want you to understand that the goodwill that you have with your list and the goodwill that other people have with you is like currency. And it's important to realize as we talk about this, that if done improperly, every time you pitch your list, you will deplete your goodwill bank account, so to speak, right? So you have to understand that in order to really, really cultivate the list and sell to them well and continuously sell to them over time, you need to keep your goodwill to pitch ratio in alignment, all right? And these strategies I'm going to show you are actually all about pitching while simultaneously raising the level of goodwill, which is very, very ninja, which is probably why you're here today. All right, so that concludes this little introductory video. Thank you for sticking with it this long. I know that we got a little bit long in that, but this point I'm trying to make to you is so critical, and nobody really does this in the internet marketing crowd and really anywhere else I've ever seen. No one consciously does this. So when you get this stuff, you'll have it. You'll really have like the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. So let's get cracking in the next video. I'll see you there.